Good evening, everybody. So we need to look for waves at 2200, 2300, 2 o'clock, hello Amy, Wildman, Little Willow, Taz, Sedona, Robert, Andrew, Carly, to the heli plots. Ooh. Definitely got that one at 2300. Let me get my pen of epicness out. Alright. So pretty much the whole boxes. I'm telling you guys, things have been wicked. Alright. Let's try to find some waves in all the heliplots. And if you would like to, you can follow behind me. If you can leave this open in a separate window if you're on a computer, so you can see these in better clarity. At Illusion Islands, Alaska. Had those waves at 1600. One at 2, a little bit at 2300. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Waves, waves, waves. All from good old Yellowstone. Cathedral Cave, Missouri. There's that one at 1600. Yeah, it made a little blip at 23. Not much. But we'll see it better in some more alluvial regions. Here we got another one. Here's our waves. Corvallis, Oregon. Oop, got it again. Disney Wilderness Preserves, Florida. I got that one at 1600 and at 2 and at 1800 and 5. Hockley, Texas. Uh-oh. Currently unavailable. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Adam Zawansky Observatory in Oak Ridge, Massachusetts. Of course, we got it at 1600, 1700, and 2 o'clock. But there's still waves in between there. Kipapa, Hawaii. Got that one at 1600. Got that one at 1. A little bit at 2. Still, all from Yellowstone. Pucalo, Hawaii. Ooh, 1600 again. 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Black Hills, South Dakota. 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock. Standing Stone, Pennsylvania. 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock. Tucson, Arizona. Oh no! See? What'd I tell you? There's fishy things going on, guys. This is a 4.5 magnitude earthquake. This one's even higher, 4.7. Wyandotte Cave, Indiana. Oh, got it at 1600, 1700, and 2 o'clock. And in between. Waverly, Tennessee. Let's see if it's got waves. 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and in between. Ann Arbor, Michigan. 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and in between. All from Yellowstone. Alum Creek State Park, Ohio. Oh boy. Let's see. 2300, what did I have there? Oh, that was a 5.40 magnitude earthquake that I had pegged. And you guessed it, Maple Creek. There it is. Agassiz National Wildlife Refuge in Minnesota. 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and in between. Auburn Hatchery in Idaho. 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and 1 o'clock. You're in between. Amarillo, Texas. Blip at 5, 6, 1600, 1800, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and in between. Binghamton, New York. Again, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and in between. Blacksburg, Virginia. 1600, 1700, and 2 o'clock. Blue Mountains Array in Baker, Oregon, 1600, 1700, and 2 o'clock, and 1 o'clock. And in between, of course. Bozeman, Montana. Up. 00. Let me find where that one was. 10, yeah, okay. I got it. Extract selection. Station information, compute distance, display curve, set for surface wave. Oh. I hate it when it does this. Okay, I'm not going to get a good reading for that one, so 4.5. But still, it originated in Yellowstone. Brewton, Alabama. 1600, 1500, 1700, 2 o'clock. Boulder Array, Site 6, Pendle Array, Site 6, Wyoming. 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock. Cedar Bluff, Kansas. 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock. Corbin, Fredericksburg Observatory, Virginia. 5 o'clock, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock. Cliffs of Neuse, North Carolina. Conover, Wisconsin. 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock. Dagmar, Montana, 5 o'clock, and all the way in between, 2300, 2100, 2200, 2 o'clock, all originating from one source, Yellowstone. Dugway, Toole County, Utah, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and in between. Eros Data Center in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and in between. Eagle, Central Alaska, Alaska. 5 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 1600, 1700, 1 o'clock, and 2 o'clock. All ripples from out from Yellowstone. Eagleton, Montana. 5 o'clock and in between to 4 o'clock. Make sure y'all I'm still going good. Elko, Nevada. 6 o'clock, 1700, 2 o'clock. Erie, Pennsylvania. 1700, 1600, 2 o'clock, and in between. Eli, Minnesota. 1700, 1600, 2 o'clock. Grayling, Michigan. 6 o'clock, 1700, 1500, 2 o'clock. So they took this out. Look. That's a pretty good one in Michigan. Godfrey, Georgia. It's not even working right. I think they even got it turned off, guys. Hanford, Washington, of course, you're going to see... Yes. Very bad things. Hopedale, Illinois. 1700, 1600, 2 o'clock, and in between. Haley, Idaho. 6 o'clock, 1600, 1700, 1 and 2. Hardware Ranch in Cache County, Utah, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. Idaho Springs, Colorado, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock. Hardware Ranch, Cache County, Utah, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and 1 o'clock. Of course, all these waves are originating out of Yellowstone, which makes it even more dire that this gets out. Junction, Texas, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and 1 o'clock. Jewel Farm, Wisconsin, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock. Kansas State University in Conza Prairie, Kansas, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and at 1 o'clock. Kingsville, Texas, pretty much from 6 o'clock on the 24th to 5 o'clock on the 25th. Lasso Array in Montana, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock. Lisbon, New Hampshire, 1600, 1700. And as of 2/12, it's dead. Of course, showing you Yellowstone once again so you can get it. All these waves are the most distinct ones in the waveforms. And as waves go out, they get stronger, especially when they're harmonic and they're above 5. Lake Azonia, New York, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and it shut off at 253. Lakeview Retreat, Alabama, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and in between. Mont Chateau, West Virginia, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and in between. You can go and check it for yourselves. Mount Ida in Arkansas, an extinct volcano, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and in between. Coronado Mountains in Texas, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and 1 o'clock. Missoula, Montana, 12, 1600, 1700, 1 o'clock. Mesa Verde, Colorado, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and 1 o'clock. Nacogdoches, Texas, between 6 and 4, it's been nothing but waves. Newport, Washington, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. And in between, once again, New Hope, South Carolina, a lot of 1.5s and 1.6s. Nielsen Lookout, Washington, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock. Ogalla, Nebraska is offline. Oxford, Mississippi, waves all in between 6 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Peaks Kenny State Park, Maine, everything between 6 and 4 is just nothing but little waves. Red Lodge, Montana, 2300, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and all the way in between 6 and 4. State Center, Iowa, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock. Great Sand Dunes National Park, Colorado, 1600, 1700, 2 o'clock. Topaz Springs, Nevada, 6 to 4 is nothing but waves. Increasing seismic activity. Tazewell, Tennessee, between 6 and 4, nothing but waves. Vicksburg, Mississippi, waves, 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 waves. Wichita Mountains, Oklahoma. Waves in between 6 and 4 and 6, 12, 2, 1, 1700, 1600. It's the same thing everywhere. Wrangell Island, southeastern Alaska. This one shut off at 2200. 1600, 1700, 1800 had earthquakes. All originating from one place. Wupatki, Arizona. 1600, 1700, 1800, 1 and 2. Earthquakes once again. Wild Horse Valley, Oregon. Waves all over the place. 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1700, 1600, and in between. So, contrary to popular belief, seismic activity is not slowing down at Yellowstone in no way, shape, or form. Now, the thing is, as this increases, surrounding locations will start to feel more drastic changes in their everyday life. We just had a 5.75 at Yellowstone. It lasted for 10 seconds. And the time of that quake was 5:10:46 UTC. Now, does anybody have any questions so far? Let's go download some earthquakes. I think the last time I saved earthquakes from here would have been on the 21st, so I need the 21st through the 25th. So they're only reporting 20 quakes in 4 days, which is a bold-faced lie. But I'll take it anyway. They think they can get past me, but they can't. As soon as my Google Earth catches up, I'm on Google Earth. Think, buddy. Think, think, think. Yeah, I'm just going to have to restart Google Earth because it's... Actually, Sergeant Dog, welcome back. Alright. Just waiting for stupid Google Earth to come up. Come on. I'm on Google Earth. Come on, Google Earth. Don't know why my Google Earth isn't wanting to load. Who knows? Yes, I want to run Google Earth. try it another way. Ah! And if you're wondering what all the red lines are, these are my points of triangulation for earthquakes in the near future. I have plotted every quake that has occurred at Yellowstone, triangulated, and found Maple Creek is going to be the epicenter of the eruption. And I'll add these ones we just got today. So this is what it looks like. We'll get an even better bird's eye view. So you can see the epicenter. There it is, guys. Maple Creek. Everything extends from Maple Creek. We'll even fly over Old Faithful. So if you didn't think Yellowstone was big, it's massive. This mountain range is the west boundary. Madison River. And this is Maple Creek. This is the new caldera. This is the point of eruption. Over 200,000 earthquakes happen a day at this location. Many, many, many unreported. Really puts it in perspective for you how massive this thing is. And this is how Sophia would fly. This is how Sophia gets around the park without being noticed. Flying below the radar range. Every star you see in the sky is a point of origin of the earthquake. But all those lines all point back to one special location. All back there. So if you think there wasn't a problem if you think there isn't a problem at Yellowstone, you might want to rethink what you know. Coming up on the Geyser Basin here, where Old Faithful is. If you look out your port side window, Old Faithful will be down here on your right with the Firehole River. Yellowstone has some of the best evidence of intense lava flows on the planet. So, I hope that put it in perspective for you. Let me upload a video of that, guys, and I will get right over to that lodge.